Alrighty then, it's time for a jungle Rek'Sai game, and my god, I haven't even uploaded a single one of her ever. What's one? And this one is a casual game with fans. A casual, normal game with fans. So I'll be using this one for primarily discussion. And if you want to actually play with me in a fan game, then you have to join my Discord, because I usually do these offline, and that's where I pick up my people. That's where I figure out who wants to play with me. And it's usually late at night though, so that's your fair warning. If you're not a night owl, a Pacific night owl, then you might miss out on them. So if you want to join the fan games, go join the Discord and just sort of hang around with people. Anyways, since I'll be using this one for more discussion, I'll pretty much be able to tell you why I really don't have Rek'Sai videos. For starters, I only own her on this account. I don't even own her on my main. She's kind of expensive, and honestly, she's not really that vital to have. See, Rek'Sai, just as the title implies, she's probably one of the best and one of the worst junglers in the game. And when I say one of the best, I mean it in the sense that her jungle capabilities are amazing. If you don't remember when she was released, she was just being, hinted at, I was like, oh my god, my boner is ready. I was fucking in love with this champion. I played her when she was released, but the problem was that she was really expensive for a lot of my accounts. And she was really hard to get a hold of. So the thing with her is in jungle capacity is that she can do everything you want a jungler to do, similar to a lot of champions like Nidalee and whatnot. Of course, differently, of course. She's got a lot of mobility. She's got map control. She's got a very unique form of map control too. She can farm adequately, given with the fact that she's kind of a control jungler at heart. She can duel somewhat, or at least when she was released, she was pretty damn strong and overpowered in that sense. And she's even good at, adequate for ganking, given the fact that she's a control jungler. So she's got the total package, right? She doesn't even have mana. She's cooldown based, and their cooldown is not that restrictive. She just has a lot of built-in good stuff for the jungle. The problem is her transition. See, she's all melee, so that's already a weakness. Second, she's very stat heavy, meaning she really relies on items, so falling behind it, she really puts her at a disadvantage. But the other is that she's very clunky, and she's got a lot of teamfight deficiencies that don't really make sense, but one of them that is pretty damn grim. In one way, she doesn't even have a fucking ultimate. And that's actually one of the biggest weaknesses that I'll go over in a little bit. Her abilities are as follows in the terms of least useful, or at least the ones I feel just don't have a purpose. Her burrowed Q, her little laser shit, while it can harass or it can farm from a distance and poke people when you're doing sieging, in team fights, it's kind of useless. Like when the fight's going on, you're not really going to be using her laser for anything other than maybe starting off a combo or just shooting at someone like at a safe distance or something. It doesn't really do anything. Her unburrowed E, while it does do damage and it's pretty adequate damage, it's wholly unimpressive and really not that useful. So her melee Q thing, her unburrowed Q thing, it's just an alright ability. It's just all her abilities are wholly unimpressive, and her ultimate is the ultimate win more ability. It doesn't do anything in a lot of senses. Like, it gives you, ignoring the passive attack speed it gives, it doesn't do anything. Like, when it comes to controlling the map, yeah, it can theoretically be very strong, but in most cases, it doesn't actually do anything. Here's the grand standing theory. The idea is that you're going to have tunnels on the enemy side of the jungle, and you'll be able to port in at a moment's notice to fight them. The problem with that is that the enemy team, if there's tunnels in their jungle, that means they're already losing control of the map because they can't clear it. And in that case, you're just kind of winning more. You already have the match in the bag, essentially, and now you're just sort of, winning harder. It doesn't really matter. It might not help you actually secure the win. For the most part, it's become a glorified teleport for a lot of players. They use it to get back to their jungle to farm better, to do that kind of shit, and occasionally use it to counter gank. But most of the time, no, it just sort of gets spotted by the enemy team and taken care of or something. So the idea is novel and thematic. It just doesn't really do much. But the thing is, the interesting part about her is that she can and can't carry at the same time. What I mean by can't carry is that in lower divisions, I have a lot of problems carrying with her. But when I get into higher divisions, I can actually carry. And it's sort of like, it speaks volumes to the control jungle thing. When I was playing here with my fans coordinated, we were talking. We were like, okay, I'm going to be doing this. I have control over this. I'm keeping an eye on this, that kind of shit, right? But in solo queue, or at least in lower divisions, where players don't really understand map control, or even if you tell them they don't really understand what's going on, her ability to do jack shit of anything really goes down. So she suffers a lot. So even though she's a very simple champion, I mean, her abilities are really piss easy to understand and really piss easy to use, she doesn't do well in a lot of easier environments. If you check out her win rates, the win rates go up much higher and much better the higher division she gets to. So it's like the players who understand map control, the players who understand, you know, aggro presence and that kind of shit, and proper warding will make her feel better. So I think that's what's made her a lot just sort of be unpopular with a lot of people. To be fair, her play rate is actually quite high in consideration of this whole idea, but it's mostly, again, in the higher divisions. Lower division players just don't pick her up, which is sort of a weird anomaly. And honestly, one of the other reasons I sometimes wouldn't play her is because since she's got very limited abilities and very limited things that she can do in some aspects, it makes her a lot less fun. She's only really fun with a coordinated team because her simplicity becomes her benefit. So she's not a truly poorly designed champion. It just sort of feels like what her intentions cannot really be fully realized. Therefore, she just feels very underwhelming as a result, even though she truly shouldn't be. In all cases, when it comes to playing in games with friends, she is one of my favorites to play. If you've ever seen Lily Pichu stream, or Jummy's or Based Eunice stream, you might actually see me play Rek'Sai. That's why you might have occasionally seen me use Rek'Sai clips from other games, because when it comes with friends and whatnot, I'll actually play her. The problem is, though, is sometimes their communication falls apart, so my effectiveness as a Rek'Sai goes down. She's just in that opposition in which she can carry, she can destroy, and she can do a lot of good stuff, but it requires your teammates at least acknowledging what you're trying to do. Like, it isn't that whole sort of level of a Nunu where you rely on your teammates to carry for you, but in this, Rek'Sai is just that special case where you just sort of need your teammates to be on the ball with you. And that's not easy to achieve in lower divisions, right? So, in that aspect, I can't fully recommend her for you to, like, you know, rank up or anything like that. But I do recommend you learn her. Like, if you play with other friends and you coordinate and whatnot, totally a very rewarding champion. But just solo queue in general just makes her so unpleasant to play. So I'm just so divided on that. Either way, that's my Rek'Sai video finally uploaded, and you can get my full thoughts on her. Hooray! This channel is supported by my sponsors, Crunchyroll and Loot Crate. Check out the description below for links to the websites. Signing up for any trials, including Crunchyroll's free anime trial, greatly supports my channel. Also remember to give the video a like to support the channel, and subscribe if you haven't yet. I've also made a Patreon now, and if you wish to support me through that medium, then I welcome it.